Welcome back to another episode of Pillow Talk. I'm so excited for tonight's show. You've seen these two more around campus than drunk people on Clemson snaps. They're practically the new rulers at Clemson University, have more power than they know what to do with, and both look great in a jumpsuit. Please give a warm welcome to Shannon and Shaq. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. So how does it feel to win?
I mean,
You won. I mean, you're the president and vice president of the student body. It's got to feel good to win.
I mean, first off, it's pretty surreal,
It is.
to say the least. It kind of happened all of a sudden, you know, a month of campaigning, and then your life just sort of changes, it's over. More than that, though, it's really humbling, the whole process.
I mean, the biggest thing for me,
humbling.
I agree exactly with you, but the biggest thing for me, I guess, is just when you see the vote totals and you're like, this many people believed in us. So that's the most humbling experience
This many
of it
people
all.
know my name.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Like this many people know how I look or know my name.
Exactly.
You know? So
That's kind of scary, though, too. I mean,
depends on how you look at it.
Well, because the murderer could be the one who voted for you, you know, now they know who you are.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to
Hey,
sleep
I'm
tonight.
optimistic.
Exactly. You're welcome. Who was the first person that y'all called? You find out who won, right? Oh my God, congratulations. So, who was the first person you called outside of Clemson that you told?
I call my parents.
Oh.
Yeah,
right off the bat. I
definitely.
know
I
it's
call
like
my parents
cliche,
too.
but
I guess because my parents saw the ups and downs with me.
Absolutely.
My
Parents
frustrations through it all. So
Shout out to all the parents out there.
yeah, shout out to the parents. Hey, mom. You know.
She won't watch this. This is too much. She won't watch. So how does this work? So did they contact you when the results came in on Saturday, or did y'all have to go to student government? And
yeah, so you got a phone call actually at 11,
Yeah,
right?
I did. They called. I was actually in the library studying. I had 2 exams this week. So I was studying in the library, and I got a call, and they were like, well, we'd just like to say congratulations, you guys won. And I didn't know what to say after that. I was like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. And then immediately I told the team that we won with 66%.
66%?
Yeah.
Wow, was Dabo still on the thing?
No, I don't think.
I don't know
if
how.
he got votes.
I don't think Dabo campaigned again the second time.
Dabo the Duck. Shout out to Dabo, not the real Dabo's, Sweeney or whatever his name is. But Dabo the Duck, who, it's a long story. I don't really get it, but it's a long story. So after y'all won, you found out you won at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. You're in the library. Did y'all turn up after, like to congratulate yourself?
Well, personally, my fraternity had a Darty the day of, so I decided to go to the Darty and hang out with a couple
Explain what
of
a
brothers.
Darty is for those 3 people who don't know.
Well, Darty is day party. It's essentially, it's easy.
Yeah.
Take out the AY, put the D in front of where the P goes, and there's
Is
a
that how you
Darty.
spell party?
Yeah.
I always thought there was like
Nailed
a
it.
couple Z's in it or something. And so,
I forgot we're in college.
yeah. So you went to a Darty. What did you do, Shannon?
I honestly played it kind of low for
Really?
most of the day. Yeah, I know. Shaq took it on for both of us. But no,
That's
it
not
was
true.
fun. Just low key, hanging out with some friends and catching up. So
Catching up.
catching up.
Catching up on the drinking. That's what that means. That's what that. Catching up on some studying. We know.
Yeah, exactly.
We know about that life, Shannon. Don't worry. Now, have you guys heard from any of the other candidates, like Reagan or Kid or Destiny and Matt?
Yeah, actually, you know, Kit and Reagan congratulated us kind of right after, which was really cool to see that. Same for Matt and Destiny. I think the really cool thing about, I mean, the campaign process in general was the 3 tickets. Ultimately, what we're looking for is just what can we do for Clemson?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, obviously there's a campaign competitive side of that, but at the end, we all want to make Clemson better. And
Good for
I know it's
you.
cliched and everything, definitely.
But yeah, we're all
Well, no, I mean,
we're
I
all
hope your
great
campaign
friends.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
Let's make Clemson worse. I mean, I hope that wouldn't be your campaign.
Well, maybe.
let's
What if
run
that
this
would work?
place to the ground.
I don't think that would work.
I don't think that
Yeah,
would work.
yeah,
So thank God those people didn't get elected. Have the old president, vice president, like, have they contacted y'all too?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
began the process of transitioning until the next term because it's closer than it seems. We have a week of spring break coming in to kind of chop off some time for us. So they have contacted us, and we stay in contact with them pretty frequently, so we can go through these transitions.
Good for you. And side note, what are your spring break plans?
I'll be in Florida for a little bit and then
PCB?
back home. No, I'm going to
Okay.
Daytona with some friends.
Oh, that's. Okay. I see.
We'll be back in Gastonia and then here in Clemson.
What's
so
Gastonia?
that's where I'm from, my hometown. So
Is that here?
visiting the family.
What's that
It's
town?
like 20 minutes outside of Charlotte.
Okay.
So yeah, not too far.
Yeah, I'm going to Orlando as well, but I'm going to a golf tournament, so I won't be having as much
play
fun.
golf?
Well, I played golf in high school, and it's something that me and my dad do annually. So we go down to the Arnold Palmer Invitational down in Orlando and have a good time.
Isn't that a drink?
Well, yeah, it is a drink, but the golfer created the drink. It's the lemonade, half sweet tea type thing.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
So who's vodka named after?
I don't know. We'll have to Google that
We're
one.
gonna have to Google that, mother. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you're gonna go down to Orlando. You guys should carpool since you're both going to Florida. Wouldn't that be perfect? That would be a great reality show.
Would you like to come as well?
Absolutely. My mouth would get us kicked off, though. I mean, I would. Yeah.
Shannon, Shaq, and J.O.
Shannon, Shaq, and J.O. That just ring. That has such a great ring to it. Shaq, if this whole president thing doesn't work out for you, you're gonna have a great career.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Doing television, producing. Speaking of careers, what are y'all? They're still in college. They're not. I mean, they're not the president of like the whole university. But so, what are y'all majoring in?
I'm industrial engineering. Thinking I'm gonna go and get my MBA when I graduate.
Similar path, I guess, for me, but I'm not MBA now, but finance and accounting.
And
then I plan on getting my
undergrad.
MBA. Hey, you never know. These kids are turning into geniuses these days, man. You know?
At the age of 6, he already had his PhD.
Working on my second.
So what do you want to do? So obviously engineering.
Yeah.
But then why are you getting an MBA?
So honestly, I'm looking more towards the management side of things long term, but I know it sounds really weird. Engineering is just kind of interesting for undergrad, so hopefully they'll couple well. We'll see. That's the plan. It'll
you just
change.
got bored one day, so you said, you know what? Let's just do engineering. You know, that just sounds like a plan, right? Now, do you want to be a CPA?
Well, most likely I will get my CPA, or I will take the exam to get my CPA after I graduate. And definitely try to do that for a little bit, and maybe find a graduate program to go to school, or maybe here at Clemson in Greenville, and maybe get my MBA and stay in Tigertown. But we'll see how it works out.
You,
yeah.
But have you ever heard the accountant joke?
No, hit me.
There's so many, but there's one that's my favorite, and it's like this: how can you tell an accountant with a personality? He's looking at someone else's shoes. Do you get it? You don't get it. We're going to go back to
So what's your major, John?
It's not my interview, Shaq. But anyway, who do y'all think was the most bitter to lose in the campaign?
Probably Shannon, I would say. Yeah, I would say Shannon.
Why is that, Shannon?
No, I mean, we got an exciting week ahead of us now.
Yeah.
Packed week.
For sure.
We'll see.
Very excited for it, though. Very excited for it either way.
Now, have people around campus been congratulating you a lot? Like just random people that you don't even know?
Well, yeah. I mean, this happened to me a good bit. Well, people that I may have seen only once or twice come up and say, "Wait, congratulations on getting president and vice president." And I'm like, "Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you voting for us and believing in us."
Are y'all going to change your license plates on your car to like Prez and VP or something?
I think that's a little too expensive.
A little
and that's a little overboard too.
Listen, you could take it out of the side note. You can take it out of the fund that they give you as students, and just take it out of the student fund, and just make. I would approve it.
I don't think we have any say over the money.
Yeah, we don't have any say.
Yeah, we don't
over
have
the
any
money.
say.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
At least not in our job description.
No.
Who's over that then?
I wouldn't touch the funds anyway if that was the case.
Yeah, we'll be selecting a treasurer actually next week. So that'll be kind of our go-to guy for all of that.
Yep.
Make sure that they say you have an endless fund to all the student accounts, okay? That's my advice to you. You're welcome. Do you think that teachers are gonna start like treating y'all differently because y'all won and you're the new president, you got power now? I mean, do you think you're going to get like extra credit or?
Well, when I get my exams back from this week, and if my exam grade has gone up tremendously compared to last time, I'll give you the answer.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will. I don't think that's something I will advertise to my teachers because.
But they have to know.
I believe in hard work ethic, and you got to do what you got to do to get the grades you get. You got to earn them.
Okay. Shannon, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it, to be honest, as far as professors go. Maybe, but I don't know how much the like student to professor connection is, as far as like them knowing kind of what's going on with student body president. But
Y'all are like the new president. Anyway, this is kind of like a PSA announcement for y'all that y'all are about to do. For all the losers out there, what advice do you have for them? And I'm not talking about just in the campaign, I'm just talking about in general. For people like me, what advice do you have for us?
Well, I would say that no one ever truly loses. It's all about your perspective.
Okay.
You know, I lost the state championship my junior year in golf. And I didn't feel like I walked away a loser because I gained a lot of experience through it. And I gained some resiliency. So I would say that you never really truly lose. You just have to look at the circumstance and take your gains for gains.
Did you win your senior year?
I did.
That's what I thought. You still wear the ring?
Junior year.
Yeah, I wear it sometimes. Usually for a conversation piece if I'm meeting new people, but I don't wear it around for just pleasure.
When you're in the gym, just
No, not at all.
What about you, Shannon? What's your advice?
I would just say, I mean, obviously this is just one part of, kind of what Shaq and I are seeing for the next year. But we definitely don't succeed all the time.
No.
We failed a
all.
lot in a lot of things. And I think that's got to be a learning process. Like Shaq said, you just got to take something away from it and then, you're good.
Yeah, I'm sure there are times where you guys get like A- instead of like A+. I know, the struggle is so real.
The struggle is real.
I understand. Do you think that your dynamic, because I thought it was great this year. I thought each team had a great dynamic. Like, they were all boy-girl teams, And so all the candidates, there's at least going to be somebody. Maybe this would be a reflection of the upcoming election for the president, U.S. president.
The real stuff.
Yeah.
The one that
2016. 2016.
Not the real stuff.
Yeah.
This is the real stuff. And it's real, and the Clemson is real, so this is real stuff. But no, I think your dynamic, being the boy-girl team, I think definitely helped out with y'all. I think people got to see, there's a woman in power doing it, right?
No, Shaq and I have a really good dynamic in general, to be honest. Personality-wise, we complement each other. Experience-wise, we complement each other. So that was, kind of when I was first deciding whether or not I was going to do this, Shaq was, my go-to guy for that. He was definitely going to be the best teammate that I could possibly think of. So,
because I was actually reading your bio, Shannon, only being a junior, you've done so much already on campus. Make people feel badly about themselves. Tell them about what you've done around campus.
I guess some of the big things, a few different honor societies. Obviously, I've been involved in student government last year and the year before. I guess currently as well. Next year too, but
not at all.
No, my sorority as well, and
what sorority are you in?
Gamma Phi Beta.
Shout out.
Yeah, definitely. So it probably looks like more than it actually is on the website.
And I'm exhausted. Okay? And Shaq, you're no slacker either, only being a sophomore.
Well,
tell the people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm involved very much so in my fraternity, Beta Theta Pi, and student government. Since I came on campus my freshman year, I became actively involved and fell in love with it and fell in love with the people that I was working with. And I felt like these people want to change Clemson, so let's continue it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So you said your fraternity was?
Beta Theta Pi.
Beta Theta Pi.
Yeah.
That's not like a finance or business fraternity,
it's
right?
Not. It's not.
I just don't know anything about it. Alpha, Data, whatever. A Delta. I don't know anything about sororities and fraternities. I have another question about the other candidates. Do you think you'll use any of the policies that they were trying to campaign for? Do you think you'll use any of those now that y'all are in office? Like Reagan and Kit Moore, for example, wanted to have ticket forgiveness. So do you think you'll use any of the other candidates' policies?
Kind of like we mentioned earlier, definitely this idea of what can we do for Clemson. But that being said, it's got to come from them. If it's everyone had a lot of great ideas. Matt and Destiny had a lot of awesome ones. Kit and Reagan had a lot of awesome ones. Things that we think would be great for student government if they want to help us, do it. And they have the idea and the expertise behind a lot of those.
Yeah. So let's go all the way back to the beginning.
All right.
Okay.
Hit us.
How did y'all decide? What made you decide to run, Shannon?
Yeah, so it was a long thought process. I probably spent upwards of 6 weeks going back and forth. Was I going to do this? Was I not going to do this? Talked to a lot of friends, talked to a lot of older mentors, I guess you could say, who had graduated. Ultimately decided, this was what I wanted to commit to my senior year. And I had no reason to not go for it.
Yep. No regrets.
Exactly.
No regrets.
100%.
Do you know that movie?
Yeah, that's
I don't know the movie, but I hear the saying all the time.
Yeah, no regrets.
What is it?
We're the Millers.
Millers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
I've seen
He
that
gets the
movie.
tattoo.
That is
and he goes,
hilarious.
"Really, one letter."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to We Are the Millers.
Yeah.
They're watching. Jennifer Aniston, personal
yeah.
friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Hi, Jen. How are you? Enjoy single life. And Shaq, what made you decide to run?
Well, Shannon approached me with the idea of maybe running as a team, and this is something that at that time I had not even considered. I was really worried about class at that time and planning out my schedule for the next semester. So I really wasn't thinking about maybe doing vice president of the university of a student body. So it was a real humbling experience for her to ask me, and I had to really think about, am I doing this for the position or am I doing it because I love Clemson? So once
what's the verdict?
Once I was able to decide that I was doing it because I love Clemson, then I was like, yeah, I feel confident in myself that I can do this and do it with a genuine heart.
Well, great. And what things around campus did you look at and go, wow, these people need my help? Like Tabitha, fix my life or something. Yolanda, fix my life or whatever. What made you go, wow, I need help out?
I don't know. I think for me, it was just a lot of the experiences that I've had within student government over the past few years, seeing things that we can change and help out with. I mean, some of the stuff that Shaq and I are really passionate about, we want to reemphasize sort of our military heritage. It's something we've, gotten away from, which is unfortunate. So that's something we think student government can help out with, healthy eating options. Buffalo chicken wraps are great. We're definitely going to keep those. But if we can introduce some other, options outside of the dining halls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess the biggest thing for me when I was thinking about doing this is that in the past there's been a lot of hostility towards maybe Greek life on campus, and I felt like there should be some positive representatives of Greek life so that we can say that Clemson as a university does value the Greek life and the leadership that Greek life brings to the university. And so I thought that was a great asset. Plus I was looking at maybe free textbooks, free scantrons for students, and I said, that's what we need, let's do it.
Let's do this, mother.
Yeah.
I like your attitude. So when you're campaigning, guys, for you people who don't understand, they have teams. It's not just little, Shaq and Shannon doing their thing, passing us. No, they have legit teams. I did not speak to them until they came on the interview. I spoke to 3 or 4 people before I could get to them. I mean, it's for real. I had to do a metal detector test and everything, but just to send an email too. But how did y'all select, or do they select your team for your campaign manager, your different things like that?
Deliberation.
Yeah.
Okay.
a lot of time in deliberation.
Because what does your whole team consist of? You two, and then?
Our campaign manager, then we have our logistics manager, and then we have our public relations manager.
Yeah.
And then each the logistics probably has five different
or 6
chairs
people.
underneath it.
Yeah.
Same with PR. And then we have our support team, which is just
Campaigning for you.
a ton of all the friends we can possibly think of at Clemson
But so you're
Going
to help
back
us
to
out.
elementary
So
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people from Aiken actually go to Clemson, so.
Oh, yeah. I guess there are other people who live in Aiken,
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been to Aiken.
Oh,
I
Aiken's
know.
a great place.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
It's the historic district of South Carolina.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. Because about to say, being a part of Greek life, I'm sure y'all had plenty of support. I mean, just being for real here. I mean, Greek life is huge. And how do you budget something like this? How do you get money? How do you get fundraising, that kind of stuff?
yeah.
Well, both candidates have $500 that they can contribute to the campaign.
Okay.
We cap at $1,300 with the extra $300 being donations from, your friends or family members. And so that's how we get our money to campaign and hand out all the glittery stickers that we had.
Yep.
So it's a $1,300 cap.
Yes.
You can't raise any more.
Can't raise
Correct.
any more.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
You gotta
I think
equal
that's
the
great.
playing
Yeah,
field.
it's a great
Yeah.
way to equal the playing field.
Because it's not well then these people have bigger donors. Okay, so now they're going to be able to do a huge fundraising campaign, and everyone's going to go to. I think that's what they should do in the real camp. Anyway, it's not my interview. So $1,300 cap. How did you? So then, does the campaign manager, logistics manager, they get paid, or is that all volunteer?
All volunteer, which is probably the coolest part about it. This is people who are putting a lot of time and effort in for us. Just kind of because they believe in our team. You know, which kind of go back to that humbling experience part of the campaign. That was a huge part of it. Yeah. So.
They put in a lot of work, a lot of hours. I know that if I was in their shoes, I probably would want to get a little stipend or a couple free meals here and there or something. You know.
Did you guys have like a lot of late night kind of campaigning like schedules and like trying to get all that kind of stuff done?
Well, thankfully we had a great team with us.
Yeah,
we had a great team, and I don't think because we worked so well together, we didn't really have to stay up late and into the wee hours of the morning, however you want to put that. So we really didn't have to do that.
We probably had some earlier mornings. Pass out Bowberry biscuits.
The Bowberry biscuits was what got me.
Yeah, we would pass out Bowberry biscuits before 8 a.m.s.
Before 8 a.m.?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, the early bird gets the bow.
I was still in my coma, aka sleep, when y'all were handing out biscuits over here. What kind of tragedy is this? So now you got to go back for me. How many biscuits did you hand out?
We would hand out 80 biscuits.
I can't even answer that.
Every time we did it. And we probably did it 6 or 7 times.
Probably did it 6 or 7 times, so.
Yeah. And they would be gone. Like within 10 minutes, we could hand out 80 biscuits. Yeah.
So that's 5,600, 560?
Insane.
Yeah,
a lot of biscuits.
I can't count, so I don't know I don't know what math that is. Wow, that's amazing. I'm sure like people who didn't even have 8 a.m.s, I'm sure they were just rolling out.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my friends. I was like, come to the Horseshoe, get a biscuit, eat it, and then you can sleep for like 3 more hours. It's
on a full stomach.
Yeah, on a full
stomach. So now that we've established that you had caps at $1,300, who did you think was your biggest competitor? Because now no one can, raise more money, create big campaign stuff. So fundamentally, who do y'all think was your biggest competitor?
There were 3 great teams.
Yeah.
First of all, I would say there were 3 great teams that were ran. Both the teams are great friends of ours. So I would say I feel like Shannon and I were our biggest competitor. If we believed that we could do it, we could do it. But if we started doubting ourselves, then that's when you can begin to compete with yourself internally, and that's exactly what you don't want. So
the thing that was awesome about the teams this year is each team was so unique.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we had 3 teams, which in and of itself is difficult, and then to actually be able to have 3 very unique teams. Kind of what Shaq said is we knew we just needed to focus on what we were weaker in, make sure we were doing well what we should be doing well. And so kind of our mantra throughout all of it was, we just can't lose sight throughout the entire month, which is more difficult than it sounds.
Oh, yeah.
A month is like a long time to really focus all the time. But
I'm sure that was like a month from hell. I mean, seriously, you got a campaign, you got school, you have social lives, you got stuff to do. You got Darties to go to. You got to go to the library.
The Darties came after.
Yeah.
The Darties came after.
Spring break's going to be nice.
Yeah,
that's
spring
for
break
sure.
will be nice.
It's going to be really nice.
So nice. Sorry if I look rough. It's just this week.
Hey, join the club.
Like the worst. Oh, I'm going to be up in the club. Did you say something about the club?
I was like, join the club.
Sorry, when someone says club, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm up in the club. Don't worry about that, okay? You got to tell me twice. So now I have a question about some of the policies. I want to inform y'all. I did do my research. So how long until you think we're going to be getting these like free Scantrons?
100 days.
100 days? Really?
Within 100 days.
Yep.
So after Shannon and I take office, in the first 100 days, that's one of our initiatives is the free test booklets, free Scantrons for students, and also academic buildings open a little later. So if you like to study before you go to the club, for instance,
I study in the club.
Oh, well, hey, there you go.
I'm twerking and I'm reading at the same time. It's a talent. It's a gift. My mother taught me. And how do you go about like doing something like that? Because,
you can probably speak more on the specifics. But basically, student government has the student activity fee, and they have a large part of the budget that they can kind of allocate out for different things. So that's what we're hoping to pull from. Okay. But basically, we'll write legislation and take that to the Senate body, and it'll kind of be up to them to approve that. Hopefully, they'll approve it, and then once they do, we'll be able to hand out these Scantrons and free test booklets. So that's kind of the plan.
Yeah.
And then another thing, how are you going to help all the immobile folks?
Tiger pickup.
Tiger
That's what
pickup.
you're talking about. Tiger
That's
pickup.
what absolutely.
Well,
Tell us about
how it would work is if you had a permanent or temporary disability, you would be able to give your school schedule to parking services, for instance.
Okay.
And then if your class was in Serene, you would have a got you ride type system, and if you were wheelchair accessible, you have like a Tiger Transit type vehicle to pick you up from Serene and maybe take you across campus or back to your car and maybe R3 or wherever the pit. The pit. I know people hate to hear that.
When you get to hell, the pit is still 30 minutes away. True fact. I've been there and back. And so,
And so Tiger Pickup will be able to provide that service for you, because we know it's difficult for students to walk up hills and walk up even stairs if you have if you're with crutches or especially in a wheelchair. So.
Well, great.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think. So before we talked about bringing back the military aspect of Clemson University. So what kind of thing are you going to be like, maybe doing scholarship programs, maybe increasing ROTC?
Yeah, so within student government, we want to have a military director, basically.
Okay.
So their job is going to be to reemphasize this military heritage, and kind of things we're thinking about what might look with that. You know, they're going to be reaching out to ROTC, they're going to be reaching out to these military university organizations, basically. You know, also we thought about maybe doing like a video series with some of the local veterans in the area.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of really awesome people like Colonel Scarden who have these really cool and unique stories that went to Clemson, had these experiences, you know, in wartime. And I think that's definitely going to be touching in regards to like the Clemson family aspect of it. So
Absolutely.
Most definitely, yeah.
And Shaq, this is for you.
Agree with, yeah.
Are you going to require all students to go to a Darty? I know about your whereabouts.
Well,
Before the interview, I told him that I had a friend who sent me a Snapchat of him at a Darty, which we just discussed before as a day party. We also learned how to spell party, so we learned. And he said that it's a day party. And so someone Snapchatted me and said, ask Shannon or ask Shaq about going to Darties when he comes on your show.
yeah, well, I wouldn't require everyone to go to a Darty, but I would say you only do college once. You got to have fun sometimes.
You only do college once. So what do you
School
think?
first, then Darties.
That's negotiable. Right?
Or clubs first,
Clubs first,
and then school.
and then school. Yeah, I'm in the
And some-
library.
Yeah.
You know that there was a bar way back when that was
Yeah.
named the library.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor they're bringing it back.
And that's, yeah, they're bringing it,
Is
I
that
think
one of
it's
the
study
things that you guys
hall.
are going to do?
I don't know if we...
That's Clemson. That's
Yeah, I think
the
that's
city of
City of
Clemson.
Clemson,
That
but
has nothing to do with the
allegedly that's
university.
going to open downtown. It'll be study hall, so you know you can tell your parents you're at study hall,
Study hall.
when your credit card statement says study hall. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Why do you have study hall? Why do-
E-book.
yeah, the
ebook.
ebook.
Ebook. That could be a drink. What would that have in it? Maybe ecstasy? Something like that? Just a simple,
Is that? I don't think that's legal
cut
though.
the edge. Cut the edge a little bit, you know? Just let loose, have fun. That's what I'm all about. Not ecstasy, but just having fun. What was the worst and best thing about campaigning?
I guess I would say the worst thing about campaigning would be just the early morning Bo-Berry biscuits, giving them out, but not being able to
But not
eat any
receiving
yourself.
them, yeah.
That's the worst part, not being able to eat any of them. I can easily get up early, but just not being able to eat any of the Bo-Berry biscuits for me was probably the worst part of campaign season.
Yeah.
What about you, Shannon?
The best part for me was definitely the relationships, which once again, I feel like I've just been cliched this entire time, but very truthful. You know,
feelings are feelings.
the people
Feelings.
that we met, and you know, it is kind of like we talked about earlier, people who believed in us, were able to, you know, give their time for this. That was really humbling. Met a lot of people that I had kind of known beforehand. Now, you know, they're some of my really great friends. So
I
What was
agree.
the worst thing? Because you're Miss Positive over here. We gotta.
the worst thing, I think maybe just the uncertainty of everything.
Okay.
Like not knowing for sure for an entire month. And then obviously we voted and went to a runoff, and that was just like another 4-day perpetuation of
Yeah.
not knowing.
Now, neither one of you could actually vote, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we could-
Each
Oh, you
student
could.
can vote.
Oh, so even y'all got to vote.
Even we had.
Who'd you vote for?
Well, I would like to keep that under wraps.
Dabo?
Yeah,
I won't
Dabo
tell you.
Duck.
That's
Dabo
who I
Duck.
thought.
You got to show them some love. Right?
Show him some love. I said a Dabo joke before, but we're not going to get into that because nobody got it. I had to explain it, and it was pathetic. So now that we've covered all the campaign crap, let's get personal. So, Shannon, are you single?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
You have a boyfriend, girlfriend, what?
Boyfriend a little over a year and a half now.
Oh, is he engineering too?
No, he's bioscience, so biology.
Hey, they're gonna make it big.
Can you imagine how you're gonna have Einstein babies? Like seriously, the baby's gonna come popping out reading the periodic table. E equals MC squared, whatever, I don't know. And then what about you?
Well, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't.
You don't have a girlfriend, okay.
I'm single.
You have lady friends. Lady of
I
the
have
hours.
friends. I have friends.
You have friends.
My love for Clemson is all I need.
Does it keep you warm at night though?
Sure does. Sure does.
Do y'all live on campus?
I live off campus.
You don't say where, because you don't know if the murderer's watching. Or
Yeah, I stay on campus.
You do? Mm-hmm. Good for
So the
you.
love of Clemson actually keeps me warm.
It does keep you warm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I was like, wait, hold on, that could be that could be turned. Yeah, he lives on campus.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And what are your, Shannon, we'll start with you. What are your positions on sex? Marriage, love, or neither?
I'm definitely the type of person who's let you make your own decision on that.
Yeah.
I think each person, if you've got some good reasoning behind it, I support that and respect that.
Shaq?
I would agree. Relationships are different in each aspect.
Yeah.
I personally, I would like to abstain, but if someone doesn't abstain, I'm not judging them saying, hey, you should, or watch out type thing, because I agree, every relationship is different. And since I'm not in a relationship, I can't really say. Right.
So what qualities do y'all look for in a person? Shannon? It could be physical. I would prefer I would really prefer physical more than emotional crap.
I was going to answer with humor.
That's a good one.
That's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
You got to be able to have like a sense of
the one
humor. You
emotional
got to be able
side.
to have like a personality. I don't know, physical. Okay, so I'm a huge sucker for eyes. People have like really pretty eyes.
Sucker for
That's for
eyes.
me. Yeah.
Oh man, gosh, I should have been thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, sorry, one more question for you, Shannon. What color eyes are your boyfriend's?
They're green.
Did you get lost in them?
Well, obviously she still lost him if she
Yeah,
did shit
she's
like
still
Yeah.
lost
that.
him.
you-
You need a GPS to find your way out. What about you, Shaq? Physical. We'll just go strictly physical.
Oh, I have to answer strictly physical.
She did too. She said eyes.
Okay. Well, let me see. Physical. I guess I would say a smile.
A smile?
Yeah. I'm a very happy person, so
Yeah.
if you're smiling,
Good energy.
I would like for you to be happy too.
Absolutely.
That makes sense. If it doesn't, it's
So
what
good
I like.
smile.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good smile and good eyes. Perfect.
What do you like, if you don't mind?
It's not my interview, Shaq. Shaquille. Is that who else calls you Shaquille besides me?
Oh, that's what they call me on the court, Shaquille.
On the
Oh, they
court.
do?
Yeah.
Are you endorsed by Icy Hot?
No, Adidas.
Adidas.
I have my own shoes in Walmart.
Oh, like Yeezy.
Yeah. Well, not like Yeezy. I can't have $1,000 shirt go on sale.
Exactly. Or like $12,000 shoes.
Yeah.
What does he put in those things? Like gold?
Hey,
You get
maybe.
money just to buy the shoe. I mean,
A diamond that comes out of his teeth, he puts it in the shoes.
Yeah.
I don't want anything in Kanye's mouth. That's why I've never met Kim. So being in the positions that y'all are at, how do you feel about maybe going downtown? Obviously, you're not old enough, my
No.
friend. Are you?
No, I'm 2.5 weeks. You're
Yeah,
21.
close.
What
The
are you
end of
gonna do
March.
for your 21st?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Will the VP and P
mean-
be partying together?
Well,
That would be legendary.
I mean, it's on a Friday, right?
Yeah, it's on a
on a
Friday, so
Friday.
it's a good date.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what the future may hold. I'll definitely give her a nice card. I just told you my secret. See, now you're asking questions.
I hope you have a great day.
Have a great birthday.
All the best.
The next card's
Shaquille.
coming next year.
I don't even know if you two know each other. So what are you planning on? Nothing? No plans?
I don't know.
right
I
now?
mean, you got to get your triple T shirt
Triple
when you're
T's.
21. So
Yeah.
Check
I don't know.
this.
That's honestly, and just like being so caught up with the campaign, it came out of nowhere. Like we're going on spring
Like a
break,
wrecking
and then
ball.
yeah, exactly.
Just out of
So
nowhere.
so we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
probably get those plans together over
So
spring
let's
break.
say, okay, we all know what's going to happen. you're gonna go downtown. Your pants are gonna end up on your head. Like it's the lampshades all off. But what if someone like were like snap a picture of you like falling out of a club or something? How would y'all feel? Like how would you handle something like that?
I mean, hopefully that won't happen. I'd say that's the first step.
Well, hopefully it doesn't.
I don't know. I guess preventative.
But so do you have crisis managers? You have PR managers.
We have PR within like student government, but they're not really like Olivia Pope crisis manager-esque. So I know maybe we shouldn't state that.
They don't wear like the pantsuits or anything.
No white hats.
No
white hats.
What kind of place is this? No white hats, no white pantsuits. Oh, what a shame. Okay, well, this is your first time being on the show, so we often play games with our guests.
Okay.
And you guys are no different. So the name of this game is J-O or J-No. Wait, did I say that right? No, J-Yo or J-No. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna give you a list of things that I want to have around campus, and you're gonna tell me whether or not you would do it or not. So J-Yo, you would do it. J-No, you wouldn't do it. And you can add emphasis like J-Yo-Yo or J-No-No. Like if you want to. Shannon, I'm sure you get into that kind of stuff. You probably spit some rhymes. Give out free puppies on Fridays.
Could we ask a follow-up question with that?
Sure.
Would the free puppies would you be able to take them home?
Absolutely. You give them out. You say, here, take them. Bye.
Well,
I mean, that would be great for me.
J-Yo.
Yeah, J-Yo. I think that would be awesome.
I don't see why not.
What about, this is going to be a good one. Renaming Tillman after Beyonce. You know the answer to this. We all know the answer. You got to, what would the answer be?
J-Yo.
Absolutely.
J-Yo.
There is no other answer. She is queen, okay? Having Clemson pay me to go to school.
That would be awesome.
Great interview.
Yeah,
I think he's worth it, J-Yo.
This is great.
Yeah. You guys are, I love
you got
you
the
guys.
talent, so.
This is amazing. This is a mandatory. Having a mandatory Beyonce jam session every day at 11:34 a.m. exactly.
So play on the Carillon Bells.
Yeah.
Play Beyonce.
All the single ladies.
Why 11:34?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was like a Beyonce time.
Well, well, there was 4, which was her album 4, which she had, the end of time, where at the Super Bowl she went like, this. I taught her that choreography, and and she like got married on the 4s. She doesn't have 4 kids, but she may have 4 kids. We don't know if she could hide them.
Yeah, anybody can do that.
This is one thing, banning sweatpants from class.
J-No. J-No.
Really?
J-No.
Yeah.
So keep yoga pants, keep sweatpants,
Yeah.
keep leggings.
Yeah.
Okay.
J comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
This is a mandatory. Changing the mascot from the tiger to Beyonce.
J-No. I love the tiger.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
love
go
the tiger.
J-No on that. Tiger and Tiger Cub.
Yeah. Yeah.
I already know what you asked. Quarantining freshmen. Come on, I know that you're only a year older, but you've seen them now, and you go, oh my God, that's what freshmen are like.
That's the hardest thing is when you're a freshman, you're like, I don't act that way.
Yeah.
I'm like way cooler.
And then you look back.
And you look back and it's like, wow, I definitely did that.
Wow, I was running around campus for no reason.
With the backpack on.
Running to class because I was almost late.
I probably still do that, so I don't.
I thought about doing that today, but I was like, no.
So now everyone knows you, so they would video you and put you up on.
No, the tripping is the worst part. That's
I've
the
fallen
fear.
on campus so many times.
Yeah, I've never had that experience.
I've
Good
twisted
job.
an ankle before. I dropped an entire thing of Chipotle burritos.
Do you work
true
at Chipotle?
story. No, I was bringing them in actually for a student government meeting. I had like 20 burritos in this giant cardboard thing. Tripped on the sidewalk was raised that much, if that. Tripped on it, fell on top of the burritos. My backpack flipped over my head. Everyone's staring at me. I'm like, I'm fine. Just don't worry about it. So if anyone saw that, wasn't sure who that was, that was me.
Changing Clemson University's name to Beyonce's World University. As you can tell, there's a theme.
Oh, is it Beyonce?
Beyonce. Every other question's been Beyonce.
Who is Beyonce? Totally
You
kidding.
did not just say that.
You're about to get kicked out. Yeah, that's about to be the end of the
Hey, I'll
interview.
leave voluntarily if that's
I
the
was about
case.
to pull out my weave and everything. So thank you guys so much for playing. We often give our guests Hemingway cream as a prize, and for how many people are going to be putting their foots up your butts, you're going to need it. So what do you think is going to be the most exciting thing about being the new president and vice president? So, Madam President.
Oh, wow. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm excited just about a lot of it. I mean, the opportunity to be able to change stuff at Clemson, the opportunity to meet so many different people, you know, the opportunity, I don't know. There's just a lot of really exciting parts about it. It's hard to pick one. What's your thought?
Yeah, one thing that Shannon and I really harped on during the campaign season was servant leadership.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the greatest thing now, being able to serve, you know, being able to listen to student needs, being able to see what the students need by, you know, whatever they say or the things that they may do. I think that's the greatest part of it, just knowing that like students kind of rely on us to get that voice to upper administration. So I'm just ready to serve. And
what are y'all most nervous about?
Oh, that's a good one.
My biggest fear, honestly, is like missing a meeting. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is just maybe chilling on campus one day, maybe with Dabo Duck.
At a Darty.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe. You know, you never know how the spring semester may go down. But chilling one day and my phone goes off and it's like 10 minutes, you got to be in a meeting. And I just can't make it in 10 minutes. That's probably my biggest fear.
I would say that. I would say getting to the end and not getting stuff done.
Yeah.
Like getting to the end and looking back on it and be like, we didn't get done what we need to get done.
That's
so
true.
Hopefully that won't happen. We'll work hard.
Diligently,
But work hard. So how do you, being a team and all, how do you think you'll resolve conflict with one another?
Talk it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no need to just look at each other with pure hatred and not say anything. I mean, if there's
they've been doing it all night.
If there's a conflict, we'll just talk it out. I think we work well together as a team. So I'm not really seeing that being an issue in the future, but definitely talking it out.
I mean, we're really good friends, so it's good to have that relationship in it too. You know, you can kind of say, let's take a step back. Let's just talk right now. And I mean, we had to do that with campaign stuff. We've already had to do that. We've made, decisions already where you have to look at it from every side, make sure you're making the best one. So yeah, definitely just talking it out, not letting things like get bottled up.
As I say in High School Musical, we're all in this together. You guys didn't watch that. Okay.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw
you
that.
did?
Yeah.
Did you see 1, 2, and 3?
No, I just saw like maybe
I think I saw
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because 3 came out when
In
we
the
were
theaters.
when we were in high
freshmen.
school, maybe. Yeah.
I was a
Very
freshman.
freshman.
So I was a senior, and I was like, I'm not going to see High School Musical, you know?
Oh, he was genius. I'll let you borrow my DVD copy. Okay, so before you all run out of here, I want to play one more game with you, okay?
All right, hit us.
So the name of this game is Kanye West or the West Wing. So I'm going to give you a quote, and you have to guess whether or not it's Kanye West or someone in the West Wing. Since y'all are the president, vice president, the West Wing, get it? Okay. The first quote. I recently toured Latin America, and I regret I didn't study Latin harder in school so I could talk with the people.
That's Kanye.
Shannon?
I'll go West Wing just to
That
be
was
different.
Dan Quayle. He was the VP. So
I
it
knew
was the
it.
West
I knew
Wing.
it.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
knew
You
it.
let
I
me
knew
win
it.
that one.
Yeah, got to give you the first one. That's the last one you'll get.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so Shannon's up 1.
Oh, we're not
It's
a team?
competition.
Oh, this is a competition.
Oh, okay, all
Oh,
right.
absolutely. I'm
Better
trying to create
watch
some.
out.
Yeah, I'm about to say conflict resolution. I talk about we'll see about this whole talking thing. Would you believe in what you believe in if you were the only one that believed it? Shannon? Who do you
Going
think said that?
Kanye on that one.
That's Kanye.
That's definitely Kanye.
Believed in like 3 or 4
Yeah.
different times.
You don't get an extra point for that because you already got a point. So it's tied, 1-1.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
He didn't ask me first. He asked you the other one
All right,
first.
you get the what? That doesn't make sense.
All right, 1-1.
Shaquille. Okay. Here we go. Next quote. My greatest pain in life, you're going to get this one, is that I will never be able to see myself perform.
Kanye. 2-1. Keep him going.
All right, you got that one first. Is that what we're doing?
So
First
Kanye.
answer? First right answer?
Yeah, first. Quickest one to answer gets the point.
I can't with Kanye. I'm sorry. Okay, last quote. You ready?
Uh-oh, tiebreaker. Well, no.
I was going to yell something
I'm
really
winning.
quickly.
I'm winning, so.
No.
Oh yeah, whoever yells it first gets it.
All right, yeah.
1. Here we go.
West Wing.
This is a big effing deal.
West Wing.
Kanye.
West Wing.
It was West Wing. It was Vice President Joe Biden who said that.
That's awesome.
Joe Biden.
He's crazy. Thank you so much for playing. We don't have another prize for you. You politicians are just so greedy. So we oftentimes like to end the show on a semi-serious note. Okay, so Shannon, starting with you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years?
Bribing people?
Not quite. Hopefully I'll be finishing up business school, I guess, get my MBA. And then honestly right now, just big corporate management is kind of what I'm looking towards. Specifically what, like industry, I have no clue. I guess I'll have about a year to figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, upper level management, corporate type stuff, so.
Good for you. Sis is doing it.
Doing it big.
Doing it big.
Doing
Absolutely.
big things.
Yes, Sis is doing it for themselves. Shaq? 5 years from now.
Well, I agree with a little bit of that. I guess
Yeah.
I want to be doing maybe corporate finance in the next 5 years. Maybe working for a big firm in Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
Why Boston?
Well, actually, I guess my dad worked in Boston for maybe a couple Years. I can't remember exactly the years that he did, maybe in the 90s or so, but he worked there, and he has a couple friends that work there, and so I've been able to make trips up there sometimes and visit his old friends and have fun with them and see the money that they make. So I think I want to take a gander at that myself.
It's all about the Benjamins, right?
Not at all, but that helps a lot.
It does help a lot. That's how I got this outfit. Thank you guys both
flawless.
so much for coming on the show.
Yeah,
It's
thank
really
you for having
so
us.
much fun.
we appreciate it.
Where can they follow you on like Instagram and Twitter and all that?
Yeah, so, wow, I'm not sure if I know all of mine. Twitter's at SEKAY21. I'm not sure what Instagram
Is it private?
Yeah, it is. It is, so.
Yeah,
There's
it's,
not much
public
on
figure
there.
now.
It's mostly like school assignments and stuff. I
Yeah,
have kind of a lame Twitter.
I think all of mine is just Shaq Thomas _
Shaq?
I think that's all.
_
Both Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, well you can follow me at NotTheRealJO, and thank you guys so much for watching the show. And again, like we always say, if we don't get sued, then we'll see you back next week. Have a great spring break. Good night.